Hey guys, how are you doing today? I want to talk to you about one of my favorite days, and it's probably one of your favorite days too. It's called birthdays. I love birthdays. I love the idea that you can eat cake and ice cream, and maybe somebody's going to cook you a special meal. But my favorite part about birthdays is this: presents. I love presents. No matter how old you are, you still love getting presents. Now, I can remember one of my favorite gifts was a bike. What was one of your favorite gifts you ever got? Whoa, those all sound pretty good. Now, my bike was something special. My bike allowed me to go wherever I wanted to go. It allowed me to feel like I was a daredevil when I could jump a puddle or something like that. Or it even made me feel like I could fly if I was going down a hill fast enough. That was a great present. But you know what's better than getting presents? Giving presents. Yeah, giving presents is so much better than getting a present. Now, why is that? Well, when I give somebody a present, I spend time thinking about that person and how much they would really enjoy this gift. It's from the heart. And so today, we're going to hear about a story about people who gave gifts. Watch this.
Jesus taught about giving. Mark 12:41 through 44. Jesus sat in the temple across from where people gave their offerings. He watched how the crowd put their money into the treasury. Jesus knew some of the people were very rich. He watched the rich ones put in large amounts of money. Jesus knew they were giving what was left over after they bought everything they needed and even a lot of what they just wanted. It was not hard for the rich people to give this much money. They would not even miss it. Jesus kept watching as a woman approached the offering place. This woman was a widow. She did not have a husband with money to take care of her. She did not have much money at all, but she dropped 2 small coins into the offering. They were not worth very much, but they were all she had. Jesus called his disciples to him. He explained to them, "This woman has put in more than all the others who were giving. These other people have only given what was extra, what they didn't need. This woman has given everything she owns. This is all she has to buy the things she needs. She has given the most."
What a great story. I love how Jesus teaches us by using just everyday things. Now, remember last week Jesus taught us by using parables. Now, do you remember what a parable is? Yeah, that's right. A parable is a story that Jesus would tell to show us what the kingdom of God is like. Well, and today, Jesus was just using everyday life. See, him and the disciples were hanging out in the temple, and they were watching what was going on. And Jesus points out to people giving gifts to God or offerings to God. And he showed them, he said, "Look at the rich guys over there, showing us how big their gifts are and showing us and letting us hear the money hit the place where it was going into." And Jesus was telling us they're only doing those gifts so that everybody can see how important they are. Now, Jesus also pointed out this poor woman who came by with a small, tiny gift. And she placed it in there humbly. And it was all that she had. And Jesus asked, well, who gave more? The rich guys or the poor widow? Now, the disciples probably were scratching their head trying to figure this one out. And one of them happens to go, it was the widow. And Jesus is like, well, why is that? Because she gave everything that she had. And he was right. Now, what does that look like for us? Do we give God all our money? That would be great. But the truth is, God was talking about how we're supposed to give to him. We're supposed to give him everything through our hearts, that we show that we love him. Now, what does that look like? How do we show God how much we love him? By giving. It might look like helping the new person at school, Or sitting by the person at lunch who has nobody to sit with them. Or, are you ready for this one? Helping your parents around the house. Even better, by doing it the first time they tell you to do it. I know that one can be very difficult and hard sometimes, but it's true. Think about it this way. When we do things for other people or for our parents, we should do it as if we're doing it for God. That's what we should be doing. We should do it with love and admiration for these people because we're doing it for God. Now, I want you to remember, big things come in small packages. It doesn't have to be big or grandiose, but it has to be done with love. And that's what God is teaching us. So this week, I want you to do this. I want you to find something that you can do for your family at home. I know you can do it. I know you're thinking about it right now. But when you do it, don't do it because Pastor Robb told you to do it, but do it because you love God. Now, I hope you do that, and I'll see you next week.